Hey good people, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. Today, we are checking out the 2015 album from Turnover called Peripheral Vision. Never heard of Turnover, so this will be an interesting experience. This album is sponsored by someone anonymous. They do not wish to be named. So it could be anyone. It could be Brad Pitt. Dude, Brad Pitt sponsored an album reaction for us. Amazing. Everybody say thank you, Brad Pitt. Listen, if you want to sponsor an album, you have something you really want me to listen to, you want to make sure it gets on this channel, visit musicallymalnourished.com and you can see the information there to make that happen. So we're going to get in, give each song a listen. I'll make a few comments along the way, but I'll be keeping notes in my handy dandy notebook. That way after each track, we can talk about the things that stand out and see what other information we can find. Also, if you want to go to a specific song, the timestamps are in the description as always. Otherwise, just press play and let's hang out. But let's get in with track 1 titled Cutting My Fingers Off. Speaking cutting my fingers off, I'm gonna start working. It almost feels like the Arctic. Ooh.
That we took when we brought in the new year. It's hard to see, but I remember. You wore a cocktail dress, ignored the goosebumps on your neck, the namesake of your outfit to keep you warm.
Ooh. Oh, that's a great line. Dude, this rocks.
To make you go home, to make you go, to make you go. I never wanted to make you go. Well, you might be a stranger now, and I just wanted to let you know that I meant what I said. And every dream I've ever had been of myself. And every dream I've ever had been of a better you in 10 months.
Ooh.
Losing you was like cutting my fingers off. And even with that summer, without you I'd rather cut my fingers off.
Off to a roaring start, dude. I'm excited. Love that. Love this vibe. This is 100% the kind of thing if I came across, I would listen to on my own. So really excited to see where it goes from here. I think I saw something, because this is their sophomore album. So I think their debut album was maybe a little more pop, if I'm correct. I don't know. I heard this one was described more as like dream pop, which you can feel that, you know, in kind of the atmosphere that it's setting. Love his voice as well. So we'll keep learning more about them as we go on. Cutting My Fingers Off was the lead single. Overall concept of the album is that the narrator has a mental illness, most likely depression, and it goes through the various stages of his relationship with his girlfriend, who's being talked about in the song. Eventually, he succumbs to his mental illness, forces him to break up with his girlfriend. Cutting My Fingers Off, which is ironically the album's opening track, takes place after the events that occur throughout the remainder of the album. The narrator is reminiscing on his previous relationship, still longing for his ex-girlfriend. That's cool. I didn't know there'd be a narrative running through it. Bass guitarist Dempsey told Billboard about the meaning of the song. Cutting my fingers off is more of things will go wrong in your life, and at first you'll think it's okay. You and your girlfriend might be going through a breakup, and at the start of it, you might be thinking it doesn't matter, but then you realize it sucks. Or you could lose your job, your whole life changes. Sometimes you can feel a physical pain, and that's what that compares to. Produced by Will Yip. I'm going to assume, probably with them wanting to kind of carry a narrative throughout this album, there's going to be probably Will working through the entire album, like one producer. Multi-genre American music producer, sound engineer, songwriter, and musician from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yip works out of Studio 4 in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. Some notable artists he has worked with include Lauryn Hill, Anthony Green, Tiger's Jaw, Citizen, The Wonder Years, and The Fray. Okay, I recognize The Fray, recognize Lauryn Hill. Very cool. Yeah, the line that I loved in this song was the idea of only being able to think in geometric shapes. You always said that every thought I had was geometric. I couldn't think outside my own lines. That's a great piece of songwriting. It's just that it's very geometric and analytical and, you know, which is tough because when that's your personality, but I've said this many times on the channel, the way I go about things and think about things and confront things is wildly different than my wife. And we both have our strengths and our weaknesses. And over time, our strengths have been able to kind of bleed over into one another's weaknesses. And so, where I might be too slow to address something or confront something or take care of something, my wife is very quick, dude. She is probably the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Like when somebody's very consistent and just follows through, like she's so amazing at that, dude. She just works hard and gets stuff done. And I'm kind of the more like creative type, and just free floating. And so that has its strengths, but it definitely has its weaknesses. And so that side that's like, just get it done has bled over into my personality a bit. And then my side of being a little bit slower about things or being a little more laid back about certain things has bled over. And it hasn't transformed. We're still who we are, but we've learned over time. And so even if your way of thinking is very analytical, very, very geometric, you do want to at least grow in that area to be able to kind of break out of that a little bit, even if it's your like go-to. That's where maturity starts going. It's like, okay, here's my go-to. Now let me challenge that a little bit. Really great, man. All right, let's get over into track 2, titled New Scream. It's such a cool vibe. Ooh, the bass.
Can I stay at home? I don't wanna go. I don't wanna wake up till the sun is hanging low.
little halftime.
Still craving more than just the same as how it was. I've been collecting dust, and I've been waiting still. Craving more than just the same as how it was. I've been collecting dust, and I've been waiting still. Craving more than just the same as how it was. I've been collecting dust, and I've been waiting still. Craving more than just the same as how it was. I've been collecting dust, and I've been waiting still.
Wow. So you get, this idea of cutting his fingers off in the first song. You get at the end of this one, pulling his teeth out to not feel numb. Because obviously, emotionally, he just feels numb and like wanting to feel something. And this idea of pulling your teeth out just to feel something. Man, I'm curious, it seems here like the desire to want to escape yourself, escape your current way of thinking, escape kind of what you're going through, maybe the desire to be further along in your story and not have to go through the middle part, like he wants to be somewhere else, but he's not sure how to get there, or maybe the energy required to get there feels daunting. And so it's almost like you'd rather just go to sleep and wake up down here. And that's, I think, something we can all relate to in life, right? You're like, man, I wish I could just wake up and be like years down the road or past whatever I'm feeling or beyond this thing. And I love the idea about the pattern on my lawn. It's almost sounds like I don't want this kind of conformity, or maybe the struggle of growing up and feeling like you have to let go of certain dreams. Let's get in and see what's going on here. All right, there's no bio about it, or a bio on it, but it does say that the bassist says that song is pretty much about having the feeling overall that everything, no matter how exciting it is at the beginning, loses its spark. You're always kind of chasing that same feeling you get the first time you felt something. It's kind of something that's hard to deal with. Learning that everything's eventually going to fade and you have to deal with that. Nothing's ever going to be the same as it was the first time. Yeah, produced again by Will Yip. Can run, but I can't catch up. I'm pulling my teeth and not feel numb. Personal favorite of the album. Yeah, man. I mean, really great songwriting. But where's that one about the lawn? So, adolescent dreams gave to adult screams. And that craving that new scream is interesting to me. I wonder if it's like that scream, and I guess tied to what the bassist said, the scream is like that passion, that thing that makes you feel alive. Craving that new scream, like something in your soul. Lusting for more than just old dreams. I've been dying to feel alive. I've been wasting all my time chasing the high. In our youth, we have dreams of grandeur about our adult lives. They rarely come true or live up to the expectation. Part of growing up is worrying how you fit into society, the impact you'll have on the world. So it makes sense. Artist is paranoid about missing something vital. Yeah, what if I don't want a pattern on my lawn? Because it's such the like grown-up thing, right? To be like, oh, I want the stripes on my lawn. Which is funny because my kids, my oldest is 15, my middle son is 13. And this past, I think this year is the first year, maybe it was last year as well, that my 13-year-old, so I think it was last year it started, he took over mowing, because before it was my oldest son took over mowing the grass, and then I just focused on edging and weed eating and blowing everything off. And now My middle son mows. My oldest son, after some times of getting my lawn like this on the edging, but now he fully does all the edging and weed eating and blowing of everything off. But it's funny because my middle son was like, I think he saw patterns in the grass somewhere, somebody else's yard. And he was like, hey, you think I could cut in like diagonals? I was like, let's just focus on getting the up and down really good first. Okay, still moving strong. Let's go to track 3. This is humming. Okay, sorry. The tone of their instruments is so good, man. Really beautiful sound.
Carelessly you pass the hours, humming songs you heard when you were young. Positively unattached, not even unattracted to the buzz. Elated with your lack of interest, what a wonderful indifference. Show me why you're always smiling. Laugh again and make me fall in love. Oh, just take me where you go. When it gets dark without you, I will make it out. I don't think I'll make it out alive. I wanna run and hide with you tonight. I know that I can make it out. With you, I know I'll make it out alive. Let me know your secret. Tell me how you color all the empty space. Drawn outside the lines, your world's a vibrant illustration you create. Chasing you, I'm falling through the rabbit hole. Dig down into an old soul. Eagerly, you're pulling me ever faster as we go, spinning out of control. Oh, just take me where you go. When it gets dark without you, I will make it out. I don't think I'll make it out alive. I wanna run and hide with you tonight. I know that I can make it out. With you, I know I'll make it out alive. Just take me where you go. When it gets dark without you, I will make it out. I don't think I'll make it out alive. I wanna run and hide with you tonight. I know that I can make it out. With you, I know I'll make it out alive.
Like sleigh bells. Hey, if you're enjoying this video and you want access to hundreds of hours of additional content from dozens of artists, then check out my Patreon. That's where we host music videos, live performances, exclusive live streams, behind the scenes content, documentaries, and you get the ability to help vote on the albums we listen to here on the channel. Patreon is the best way to support this channel, and you can get access to the entire library, past, present, and future for just $5. Join the amazing community that we're building over there, and I try to make it worth your time and your money. All right, let's get back into it. Well, the song seemed to be about falling in love. I wanted to look a little bit at the band just because of the name and the writing credits. I saw two with the last name. And so Turnover is an American rock band from Virginia Beach, Virginia. The band was formed in 2009 by brothers Austin and Casey Getz, alongside longtime friend Danny Dempsey. The three have gone on to oversee every iteration of the band to date. Okay, cool. So they had maybe an album. I don't know when their first one released. Obviously, the band formed in 2009, so I guess they could have an album in 2009, but this one was 2015. Look, they're playing near me in December in Atlanta. That's cool. Let's go take a look. Even the idea of the title Humming kind of sounds like, you know, the idea of falling in love. And you get this little like song in your heart. Okay, the song describes a blossoming relationship with a tinge of darkness as he describes it spinning out of control, hinting toward their eventual downfall. I don't know, I guess I didn't necessarily take that. I know obviously that's part of it, but I would even take spinning out of control as like, I think you can have a good like spinning out of control. Like somebody has such an effect on you. It's like you can't even contain yourself, you know, you were moving along this one way, and now you've encountered somebody that's just got you spinning out of control. And now you're thinking of your life, not just yourself, but how it kind of connects to that person. So I think it could be taken both ways, but obviously we know in the context of the album. I want to live in this song. Well said. Okay. Track 4, this is Hello Euphoria. It's like we're moving into greater and greater joy before maybe things just fall apart.
Thinner at the waistline, I feel thinner at the waistline. I'm getting old in the face every day. There's another new line, new line.
Oh, lines on his face. I love that. Okay, so the idea of getting thinner, right? A lot of times that happens. I mean, I guess it can go two different ways. Typically, when I feel stressed, I want to eat. I want something salty and fatty. It's a couple of years ago, I was like eating way too many wings and things from Zaxby's because there was a lot going on. And I came into, I think, 2022 just like, all right, I got to do something different. And, but I guess it can go the other way as well, right? When somebody feels depressed or stressed, they can also not eat. This idea of getting thinner at the waistline, looking older, new lines every day. It took me a minute to recognize he meant like new lines in his face. So this kind of running ragged. And it's interesting, the idea of feeling pulled in but far away. I wonder if he's speaking to the relationship here, that he is getting pulled into this, but there's this kind of distance between them inside, and it's turning out to not be healthy for him. I don't want to kind of automatically read everything into a relationship, but that's probably where I'm going to start on a lot of these, and then we'll see if, you know, maybe it's leaning in a different direction. There aren't any notes about the song. Insert in the vinyl has handwritten lyrics that read, "You call my name and it pulls me in." So maybe somebody has some wrong lyrics up here. Let's see. He's referring to the effects that stimulants have on the body. Rapid weight loss and an aging face. Oh, because there is a song on here called Diazepam. He also references using stimulants. In contrast to the previous line, the character's lying to their friends or family, trying to hide the fact they're taking the drugs and suggesting the weight loss is tied to restlessness. Oh. I'm just so far, I feel so far away. The narrator's mental illness makes him feel like he isn't really here and is disconnected from reality. Nothing like the first time. It's a long way down. When you fall, you're missing cloud nine. So maybe not only chasing the high of relationships and other experiences, but maybe even drugs themselves. I wish I was more afraid. I made all the same mistakes they told me I'd make. Oh, okay. Like you should be afraid of the addiction. Okay, it's really interesting viewing it through this lens. You call my name and it pulls me in, which is, you know, addiction definitely does that. When dissociated, it's often very difficult to ground yourself. While experienced differently by different people, common experience is to feel like you're a million miles away and nothing's real. There are techniques to practice to try to ground yourself, and these can be difficult to master. However, her voice calling his name is powerful enough to pull him back into reality, just like that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know maybe if this is addiction speaking or it's the person that he's with that's trying to help him. But it's really interesting to view it through that lens of addiction. And throughout this, if you guys have different comments or thoughts on any of the songs, please feel free to share them. All right, let's go to track 5, Dizzy on the Comedown, which could further, you know, lean into the idea of addiction of drugs, and what it feels like when you're coming down. Because here it's hello euphoria, but then the come down is where a lot of the regret and struggle can set in. Up and down, back and forth. That's cool. really curious who the objects are in this song. The person asking him and what all is going on there. I'm curious if there are anything in here too that maybe point to whatever popularity or fame they may have come into. The idea of like when you're away, how do you pass the days? Because a lot of artists, you know, will write things about that as they're kind of dealing with life changing and coming into like when their career really starts to take off. That obviously brings its own adjustments and feelings and things like that. So let's see. Somebody says, I get the feeling it's about using drugs with someone. That's where it's hard to like differentiate where it may just be talking about emotions or where it's talking about possible drugs. And me not knowing the band that well and knowing maybe more of their writing and their style, it's always a little hard to figure out on first listen. Up and down like a red rubber ball. You're always back and forth like the clock on the wall. I want to know about you. I'm spinning all around you. If I stay, do you think that we could change your routine? I know a trick. I've always got a few up my sleeve. This life is controlled confusion. It's just the grand illusion. So yeah, like he's speaking to someone here and he's spinning around them. He wants to know about them. So maybe he's feeling feeling this difficulty of getting on the same wavelength or really getting somewhere, feeling like he actually knows this person. And then they ask him, how do you feel when you're away? How do you pass the days? And he says, sing along to a song that I know. Let it hypnotize you. I'm still here right beside you. Hold my hand. You can follow my lead. You're like a ballerina twirling around on your feet. Watching is so fantastic. I want to ask you, would you come here and spin with me? Been dying to get you dizzy. See, that's where it kind of is like, is he talking about drugs here? Which obviously the annotations are going to be personal opinion unless there's quotes from the band. In the first two verses, Getz has been trying to get the attention of this girl he's infatuated with. Getz says he is spinning all around you. He's still here right beside you. He uses spinning, dancing in the song as a metaphor for being in a relationship. He was happy just watching the girl, but now he wants more. He doesn't want himself or her to spin by themselves anymore. He wants the girl to start spinning with him. Find a way up into your head so I can make you feel like new again. Now collapse, take delight in the fall, catch your breath. I know you feel the ring from it all. So try and collect yourself now. It's just the euphoric come down. Singer is encouraging his lover to relax, let the endorphins flow. See, it just swings wildly. He's just orgasm, still breathing hard, feeling the ring from it all. Like it could be, it's just wild, you know, the places that we can go with the different interpretations. She's infatuated with this lifestyle with touring and all. She wonders what it's like to be away, how one passes a day in a place they're unfamiliar with. Yeah, interesting. Again, let me know your opinions. I lean toward the idea of just that they're kind of spinning on their own. He wants to know her better. He wants to kind of get on the same wavelength type of thing. All right, let's go into track 6. This is Diazepam.
I know you're probably sick of always sorting me out. It's like you've always got the taste of orange nails in my mouth. I know you're probably exhausted cause I haven't slept a wink in a week. Your father doesn't like me cause I'm not into sports, and your mother won't approve because I'm not of the cross. I took it up with before your sister's wedding just to help me pretend
busy.
It was always a dream just to know you. Sometimes I find I can hardly speak your name. I know one day I'll come home and we'll find you. It's just a matter of time till you break from the strain. And I don't wanna go outside, don't wanna make it home tonight. If it's not you in my arms, I don't wanna carry it on. And I don't know what I need outside. I don't know if I'll be there for you. If it's not you in my arms, I don't know if I'll be there for you. I don't know what I need outside. I don't know if I'll be there for you. If it's not you in my arms, I don't know if I'll be
So diazepam, it's like a calming agent, right? A medication, but I think it can be very addictive. I don't know if there are health risks with diazepam. So I'm curious if he's talking about maybe the girl that's in this is using diazepam to try to get through some stuff. And so he's worried about finding her maybe dead from an overdose or self-harm, or if he's saying he's kind of her diazepam, her calming agent. I'm curious about the orange nails. If he's trying to paint a picture of like a taste in his mouth by saying orange nails, or if he's talking about orange fingernails, like maybe the person that he loves paints their fingernails orange. AKA Valium is an anxiolytic medication of the benzodiazepine family used to treat anxiety disorders and insomnia. Okay, people just fixing lyrics. I know you're probably sick of always sorting me out. It's like I've always got the taste of orange nails in my mouth. Okay, so benzodiazepines in pill form often have a metallic taste and depending on dosage come in colors such as blue, orange, and white. Interesting. Okay. I know you're probably exhausted because I haven't slept a wink in a week. Your father, so he's the one with diazepam because he's not sleeping. That's a great line. She's exhausted. Obviously he's exhausted because he's not sleeping, but she's exhausted because, you know, obviously being close to somebody that's not sleeping or going through something can be exhausting as well. Obviously, your father doesn't like him because he's not into sports. Mother, because he's not a Christian. I took an upper before your sister's wedding just to help me pretend. So he mentions all just the struggle with the family. And this could even connect, obviously, with his lines of struggling to feel anything. So he's going to have to pretend. So he takes an upper so his personality looks bigger than what he actually feels. I don't know what I need. Don't know if I'll be there for you. I know you always feel by yourself in the house. It's the only night this week I haven't slept on the couch. I hope you know it breaks my heart I'm the reason for you sleeping alone, because it's always a dream just to know you. This is such a sweet and sad line. You know, and again, these lines for me, like they do something in my heart because being married for 17 years at this point, I always want to hold on to that, you know? And it's lines like that that I think do that for me. It's like, yeah, like, I remember in seeing my wife for the first time or beginning to talk to her, or the first time we hugged, the first time we kissed. It's like those were dreams, you know, just to be around her, just to hear her voice. And if you're not careful, the further relationship goes, you can lose those things. And so as a relationship matures and morphs and changes and all of that, I still I want to hold on to that, you know, that feeling of, man, I remember when it was a time, a dream to know you, and I don't want to take you for granted. So I love lines like that, man. It always renews something in my heart. Sometimes I find I can hardly speak your name. I know one day I'll come home and won't find you. Oh, I thought it said we'll find you, but she'll be gone. I don't want to go outside, don't want to make it home tonight if it's not you in my arms. I don't want to carry it on. I don't know what I need. So yeah, I mean, it's like he can feel himself slipping away, but he also doesn't feel like he knows how to solve it or stop it. And he knows that it's threatening the relationship, and the thought of losing the relationship, he just can't even imagine. Oh man. All right. Track 7. Like slow disappearing. This seems about drug use. That's a great line. Halloween.
Close my
They definitely have a common occurrence throughout every song, kind of closing on a little synth pad or holding out a chord. Man, this album really has these kind of like, there's summer night or fall night type vibes. So this song definitely seems to be about going on a trip together. Obviously starting off with a pill, taking a pill, being together. Then there's kind of this like slipping into yourself and then kind of coming out of it and seeing things differently. And then it seems like a little bit of fear setting in. It says, if taken in this way, the entire song is the recalling of a trip on LSD with a girl. Through LSD, many truths are revealed, but not always remembered. The letters each word in the title starts with, like slow disappearing, also form the acronym LSD. Look at that. Yeah, sounds right to me. These lyrics are beautiful. Very obvious what it's about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the progression was really interesting. Even the reuse of like, I was afraid you were glowing like the most relieving light. You were my revealing light. And then kind of encountering the like Halloween and seeing things that probably scared him. Says, I was afraid, but you were glowing like the most relieving light. You were my revealing light. Okay. Let's move into track 8, titled Take My Head. Oh gosh. That was definitely one of the most unique songs on this album. Even that kind of like slowing down, growing darker, and then straight back into this very, not poppy, but like jovial type beat, which that happens a lot of times, you know, with heavier content songs. It's kind of wrapped in this upbeat tempo and things. Paint My Drain with a Little Red Stain is a devastatingly clever line. When I first heard it, you probably saw, I was like, oh, because it was taking me a second to process it. Because I was also just thinking about him already saying, like, smash my face till it's nothing but ears. And I was like, okay, so first it's the fingers. And then what was the second thing that he talked about? His teeth, pulling out his teeth. And then I was thinking, okay, smash my face. And then that line came across, and it took me a second to process it, man. Like I said, devastatingly clever. Oh my gosh. So obviously, he's kind of feeling at the end of his ropes. But that line as well, all the things I did, all the things I said and never did. I feel like there's a few ways that could be taken as like when you say you're going to do something and you don't follow through with it, like, right? Like all the things I said but never did, never followed through on. The other way that I think you could take it that I think is even heavier is basically all the things I said, which means that like with my mouth, with my words, I was very hurtful. And then I wasn't helpful with my actions. And so it's almost like a double on top of one another. Oh man, it says the song is very tricky. The song is a cute little summer warm indie melody. The song tells us about the self-harm and suicidal thoughts. Dempsey said, Take My Head is about how it could be the best day and you're surrounded by happy things, but you still want to be pissed off and sit by yourself. Wow. Okay. Let's move to track 9. This is Threshold. Oh, there's no lyrics on this one. Sorry, let me start that one over. Oh, uno momento, por favor. There we go. Sorry, I didn't have my thing set up for when there are no lyrics. Here we go. It's cool. I like when people do stuff like this in an album. Kind of just see what the instrumental evokes in you, you know? Really pretty melody. All right, let's let it roll. This is a music video type song. Love the layered vocals. There are some decent transitions in this album, you know. I think that a lot of them kind of would. That's why they're all holding on this kind of note to go out. Listen, there's a chance that I accidentally burped into the mic during that performance. If that happened, I do deeply apologize. Listen, that is a music video worthy song. Let me paint the picture for you, okay? You've got him, you've got her. The song's playing, they're getting ready to go out, and it's cutting back to some of these memories together as he's talking about them. And then they're, you know, it's like a split screen. You're seeing them do their thing. And every now and then you can kind of go full screen. I don't know, we can get creative with it, figure out something really interesting to do. But then they're going about their own business. Maybe they're alone, maybe they're with friends. I think with friends, at least by the end of it, you know? And then at the end of the video, they come across one another, right? But not real close, far enough to like notice each other. So maybe he peeks up, his friends all around, but you can see kind of, you know, their heads are here and stuff, and he sees her across, you know, locks and all, and she sees him, and all the memories are going through, and nothing else happens other than like a little smirk, a little smile, just that feeling of like, we're not together. And I know I was awful towards you, but I was awful because it's kind of like he wishes that he could hate her, right? And so maybe he's mean with his words, and he's distant, and like just says, I don't want anything to do with you, but it's because he hurts so much, because he loved her so much. And then there's just this kind of like smirk, this nod that's like says, I still love you. I know we're probably not going to be together, but I do love you, and I'm going to remember all the times we had together. I feel it. Okay. Oh, man. That's a really good song. It's actually one of my favorite on this album. Okay. Nothing in the bio here. No notes from the band themselves. Just some black hearts and sad faces. Which makes sense. I love this line too up here. I've been hearing things from people that I don't want to talk to. Gosh, can relate with that, right? It's like people delivering you news and you're just like, oh, I don't want to talk to you, man. I don't talk to people like that. And thankfully I don't have many situations that goes through, but I think it and I feel it sometimes. Like, I don't want to talk to you about this. Why are you talking to me, man? Oh, goodness. All right, let's see how they choose to close out this album. This is track 11, Intrapersonal. I love the bass work in this album.
I can see you beside me in my peripheral vision. Always right there, always aware of this manic depressive condition. There's a fever burning up in me. I'm tangled up inside a sinking feeling, slipping out of touch with the controls. It's all intrapersonal. Lay my head down, try and sleep now. Can't slow down my mind. Close my eyes, try to find a train of thought out of the
I love that line.
I grew in my head, afraid I will know how to stop.
Ooh.
Native delirium, are you a daughter of
Ooh.
this new insomnia? My hypochondria will me just past the moon, pull up my deepest roots, a graceful poison line, a wave of vile blight. There's a fever burning up in me. I'm tangled up inside a sinking feeling, slipping out of touch with the controls. It's all intrapersonal.
Chugga, 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 pound, down, pound. Yeah, that was a great one, man. Really well written, a lot of good dynamics, you know, between the bass and the guitar. We had kind of different tempos with the drums. Intrapersonal refers to relationships or actions that take place between two or more people, while interpersonal, interpersonal, that's what that is. While intrapersonal refers to things that go on exclusively within one person. Songs about him reflecting on his mental illness, reflecting completely on himself, thus closing the album, where most of the other songs are more interpersonal. I want to look at that one line, dude. Native delirium. Are you a daughter of this new insomnia? Okay, so maybe in the sense of like something he hasn't experienced before, this delirium that maybe is coming because of this insomnia that he's facing. My hypochondria. Singer's questioning if he is becoming obsessive with diagnosing himself with serious medical conditions when they are all in his head, hence the title Interpersonal. So are you a daughter of this new insomnia? My hypochondria. So this thing that I'm kind of worrying about or feeling because I have these hypochondriac tendencies. Wilt me just past the bloom. Pull up my deepest roots, a graceful poison like a wave of vile blight. I don't even know what all is going on here, but I get it. I get what he's saying. And that's just a really interesting bridge. There's a fever burning up in me. I'm tangled up inside a sinking feeling, slipping out of touch with the controls. It's all intrapersonal. I love this. I can see you beside me in my peripheral vision. Oh, man. You know what? There's a 10th anniversary of this album. So that would be the traditional closer. There are 2 additional tracks on the 10-year anniversary. Now, there are a lot more. There's a second disc that has all instrumental of the 11 tracks. There's a third disc. Here, I think you can see. Here, there's a third disc that has some alternative versions. But why don't we just go check out these other 2 tracks, these additional tracks that are on this 10-year anniversary deluxe edition. Huh? Been enjoying ourselves. We're making good time. So this would be track 12, Humblest Pleasures. I think to just take the project as it was when it was presented with those 11 tracks, that's a really great closer to everything, you know? Not that you get a lot of resolve. It's not like, good, everything's great. But just, I think, bringing everything kind of in, him examining himself and what's going on and things like that, I think is a really great place to bring that. And then they let it breathe there with a 20 or 30 second kind of instrumental. But let's go check out these 2 additional tracks. This is track 12, Humblest Pleasures. If they recorded these later for this anniversary edition. Ooh. Their melodies are so fun.
Brilliance of my eyes. I told you that I'm colorblind. pleasures, feeling the inside of you. I know that I'll forget it. It's disheartening after everything evaporates. A lot of pain. No words I sing, the percent things that I explain. I haven't changed. Blurry like the feeling in the ending of the summer. Living in a memory, imagining another. Early in the afternoon, the humblest of pleasures, feeling the inside of you. I know that I'll forget it.
It's a little sexual innuendo there. Yeah, I'm curious if we'll be able to find out if they wrote that later on. It kind of sounds like it. I gotta pull that up because I didn't have the additional tracks up. What Humblest Pleasures. Whew, sorry, I was moving on that one. Is this the right? Okay, so this says... I don't know if they released these kind of on their own in 2016. Humblest Pleasures, Black and White Change Irreversible? BW. I don't know. That black and white is the only thing I can think about for that. No extra information. I wonder if we can get... it is Will Yip on it again. How about do this? Peripheral vision in... Okay, let's see if it's here. It might take us to the same page, but we'll see. Humblest Pleasures. Yep, took us to the same page. Okay. Tiger lily or a rose. Excuse me. You still have your place in the garden. Two types of flowers, symbol of types of relationships. Tiger lilies are often used as symbols of friendship, while roses are a symbol for love. Whether she is a lover or a friend, she still has a place in his heart. That's cool. Whether she be lover or friend, she still has a place in me heart. I don't know why I went from so many different things into kind of a pirate. Yar! Whether she is a lover or a friend, she still has a place in me heart. Okay. Appreciate the bluer notes. Why is the simplest thing the hardest? I love this. Appreciate the bluer notes. One says to be happy with the fact that you can be. The second highlights the fact that oftentimes the simplest things in life are usually the hardest to do. Yes. Like wiping your butt. So hard, dude. I still haven't mastered it. I'm trying, though. Really trying. Sorry, I'm in a mood. What a thing it is to grow. Flower, I tried so hard to open my mind. No, I've never meant to color you in. Jet black with a ballpoint pen. It's kind of like what you do in somebody's yearbook, you know? Or in, I guess, your own yearbook on somebody's page or on their picture. Singer never meant to see the person in question in such a negative way. Just a natural response to the intensity of her changing. The brilliance can be seen as this person's personality morphing and shifting in a person the singer doesn't know. You're blurry like the feeling in the end of the summer. I'm living in a memory, imagining another. Early in the afternoon, the humblest of pleasures, feeling the inside of you, I know that I'll forget it. Okay, yeah, it sounds like a little afternoon delight. I don't know if that's how you actually sing that song. I think there is a song, right? Afternoon Delight. Wasn't that on Anchorman? Okay. Man, that one was rockin'. All right, this is the second additional track and the last one for us. Track 13, Change, Irreversible.
I don't care much for the springtime. 20-odd places on the same side. I don't know why say the same about the fall. Oh, it's just been such a long night. I was anxious till the first light. I've been finding I spend most of them like this. Usually it's all fun, keeping me awake at night. There's nothing that'll help what trouble I've been thinking of. Usually it's all fun, keeping me awake at night. There's nothing that'll help what trouble I've been thinking of. Disappointment waiting for me like a hunger in the morning. Draw a straight line I can't follow easily. There's a gray lens over my eyes. The perception wasn't quite right. If you're in the dark enough, your eyes adjust. Usually it's all fun, keeping me awake at night. There's nothing that'll help what trouble I've been thinking of. Usually it's all fun, keeping me awake at night. There's nothing that'll help what trouble I've been thinking of. I don't care much for the springtime. There's a gray lens over my eyes. There's a hunger waiting for me. Disappointment in the morning. I don't care much for the springtime. There's a gray lens over my eyes. There's a hunger waiting for me. Disappointment in the morning.
It's like slowly slowing down. Oh, I love that fade. That was cool. I'm glad we took the time to take a look at those last two tracks because they were really interesting. I think the songwriting gets even a little more abstract in those. You know, and there's like no information on them. And there's people that have done some annotations. I was curious about this 20 odd plates on the same side. I don't care much for the springtime. 20 odd plates on the same side. What does that mean? It almost makes me think of like weightlifting, how you'd put weights on one side of the bar, but you wouldn't put 20 of them. 20 odd plates on the same side. What the heck does that line mean? Spring season associated with happiness. So yeah, I get that. And then he kind of says the same about the fall, so it kind of feels the same way all year round. But this, 20 odd plates on the same side. Let's just see if anybody has maybe had a Reddit article or something about it. We'll just throw it in Google and see what happens. Yeah, this brings up working out. Loading 20 plates on one side of a barbell is a severe safety hazard and structural imbalance. Yes. What if I do turnover? Ooh. 20 odd plates on the same side. Does anyone have any ideas to what that means? I said, I'm not sure how it is everywhere else, but over here in the States, our streets, generally speaking, have a number system for houses, addresses, odds on one side, evens on the other. It's an age-old practice that dates centuries back. So when Austin says 20 odd plates on the same side, he's referring to that numbering system? Huh? 20 odd plates on the same side. I don't know. I mean, I live in the States and I understand the streets. But I don't know, man. It's not it's not clicking for me. Maybe I'm the dumb one. I'm not calling this person dumb. Okay. Just move on. Poetically describes looking down a long suburban street at night where the odd number houses line just one side of the road. Okay. So yeah, maybe I am. But we just don't like, and I know obviously it's different in different places. We don't really have plates even around me. You know, you usually have the house numbers on, like maybe some numbers on your mailbox. Every now and then there's a neighborhood that might have them like on the curb, like painted. So like the plates, but obviously whatever street maybe he's looking down. Been such a long night. I was anxious till the first light. I've been finding I spend most of the time like this. So yeah, but I also don't understand the connection here. So if you have any thoughts, illuminate me. Usually it's all fuzz, keeping me awake at night. There's nothing that'll help what trouble I've been thinking of. Disappointment waiting for me like a hunger in the morning. Draw a straight line that I can follow easily. There's a gray lens over my eyes. Seeing in gray, opposite of seeing in black or white. See the difference between right and wrong. The perception wasn't quite right. If you're in the dark enough, your eyes adjust. Wow, it's a really interesting line. But then he has this dive into the pavement. My fingers tracing, soft on the curtain. I'm sick and nervous. Dive in the pavement. So maybe it's the idea of standing at a window, right? And if the curtains, your fingers kind of, I don't know. makes me think of standing at a window and then a dive into the pavement is maybe jumping out of a window. We fell out a window. It's a little Big Hero 6 for you. Okay, well, you guys share your thoughts with me. I'd be interested to hear them. Let's talk some final thoughts here. Man, really enjoyed this. It's honest, it's sad, it's fun. There's some really great guitar licks all throughout this. Everything has this real like warm tone. There were for a few like darker moments musically. I love that we had an instrumental track in there. I'm looking forward to going back and kind of just listening through this and letting it just play through the whole time and experiencing just kind of the movement between the tracks and taking everything in again. But it still carries these kind of like summer night type vibes. Beautiful songwriting, soothing voice, and I had a great time with this. So thank you so much to our anonymous friend for putting this one forward and sponsoring this reaction. It's always great to explore new people. And especially, you know, there are several songs in here. Maybe there's a few that get a little more like heavy, like the Red Stain or Painting the Drain Red, you know, that I wouldn't necessarily want my son listening to right now. But there's so many songs on here, even though it'd probably go totally over his head. As well as probably the Afternoon Delight line. But that being said, I found it interesting. There's no explicit content throughout this album, other than obviously some of the more like the emotional content of itself, you know, is a little bit heavy at times. But yeah, thank you so much. This was awesome. Never heard of Turnover. Now I know. So if you are interested in sponsoring an album reaction, make sure you check out musicallymalnourished.com. Also, if you're interested in hundreds of hours of additional content from dozens of artists, music videos, live performances, interviews, feel free to check out my Patreon. The link is in the description. Best way to support this channel, and we're just building a great community over there. Thank you for hanging out with me for this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you there. Till next time, we're eating good.